changes. Can I have a motion, please?
Yes. The original motion was to explore the opportunity to install an LED speed sign in this location with an amendment to explore all options for vacating rights-of-way and the option for additional landscaping and clean up issues with irrigation that is damaged by county workers, with a second amendment for Public Works to come back before the end of the year.
Okay, so we still have a permanent
Calendar year.
permanent sign, and then all these other changes, right? So the permanent sign is still standing in the motion, as read.
I did not hear the word permanent when I was writing the motion.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm going to call for public comment. Excuse me. We have a motion to call the question. All those in favor of the motion to call the question?
Aye.
Say aye, please.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay.
All those opposed? I'll say aye just for the heck of it. Okay, motion passes. We're going to go ahead and go to public comment. Sir, please come forward.
Hi, my name is Frank Matheny. Sorry if I'm a little bit nervous. This is kind of my first time doing stuff like this. So
Well, we're a little crazy, so go ahead.
Well, I'm actually
No
mostly crazy as well, so that works. I'll fit right in with you guys.
Good.
Appreciate your time today to take up this motion. And I guess I had this great speech planned, and ultimately I think I'm just going to toss it aside because most of the things have already been discussed. I work for an engineering company here in Bradenton, Sarasota area. And one of the things we do as engineers is we make an assessment. We look at something. We take data. We make a decision based on that data. We try it out. If it works, great, we got it right. If it doesn't work, we go back and we look at what variance happened in our data. We look at what introduced things into it. Well, as a resident on 44th Street, my house abuts directly up to it. The speed limit change is horrendous. I know there were comments made about that to notice the difference of a vehicle, you have to decrease it by 20 miles an hour. Well, as an engineer, I just want to laugh because it's a joke. That data doesn't take into account the diameter of the tire, the weight of the vehicle, the tread of the tire. A first-year mechanical engineering intern that I spoke to this morning told me that. So right out of the box, our data isn't right. Some of the stuff that was called out in that was from 1997. FHWA R97-084, raising the speed limit has a little effect on behavior, specifically states that this study was conducted on freeways and specifically states that freeway data is much different than surface roads. So a lot of the things that were brought before the commissioners, were they valid? Were they not valid? I don't know. But ultimately, like I told Chad, a lot of this is water under the bridge. I moved here 7 years ago. I didn't know there was going to be a 4-lane highway behind my house. I was never told. I would have loved to have been told. But you know what? I wanted to move to Florida. So that's what I did. And I'm happy to be here. But ultimately, I hear a lot of conversation about doing this and doing that, and this is going to cost money, and this is going to create a precedent, things like that. As an engineer, I'm about solutions. That's all I care about. I don't care about setting a precedent. I love Commissioner Bellamy's comments talking about how he's looking at things from a different lens right now because he sees things in a different light, and maybe it is time to change. Well, if we've been doing this for 7 years, insanity, I mean, the definition of it, let's just look at that. So the way I look at it is if the commissioners can review it with Chad's help, if Chad can interface with the HOAs, if the HOAs can get involved. I just finished speaking with Margaret Kennedy about an hour before I was able to come here, and she said that I have her full support. So we have, as citizens, we have to be part of the solution. We need the commissioners' help. We need Chad's help. We need everybody's help to be able to do this. We have to live here, and ultimately, if I sell my house for, I don't know, $100,000 less than it's worth, there's going to be a little bit less tax revenue in the grand scheme of things. So I guess as a citizen, I have a lot of people that I've spoken to, a lot of people that are up for it, but we're here to help. We're not wanting to toss this onto the commissioner's table and say, here, do this for us. If we need to be part of the solution, so be it. If we need to be part of the meetings to be able to advance this, so be it. we're not saying do this for us because we're not
Thank
going to
you.
do nothing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your rational approach. Anyone else that wanted to address the board on this issue? All right, seeing no one come forward, I'm going to go ahead and vote on the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Raise your hand if you're a nay. Chair's going to go ahead and vote aye because I believe it's not going to hurt to have a discussion with the citizens, and I think that's all we're doing. But I hope this does not come back unless we have real ideas that can be voted on. So go forth and have this discussion, and I look forward to hearing something back.
Madam
Thank you.
Chair, I just want you to know why I voted.